This is Simeon with Swordman Historical Swordsmanship, and I want to talk about penalties and cardable offenses. This year we are introducing a new tier of penalty with the white card. This is a feature that is in HEMA scorecard. This will allow us to penalize a fencer who does something that is possibly unsafe or potentially unsafe, but does not actually injure or cause any deleterious effect when doing so. Each fencer can only get one white card per match. So if they have previously earned themselves a white card, any future infractions will be at least a yellow card by definition. A yellow card will cause a point deduction for the fencer who earns it. A red card causes that fencer to forfeit the match. A black card can eject the fencer from the tournament entirely, and oftentimes this can lead to the fencer being ejected from Queen's Gambit overall. For specific behaviors that can cause cards, we have things like equipment malfunctions, not being ready when the match is called, or unsportsmanlike conduct for behavior. Specifically for behavior, we want to emphasize that fencers should not be interacting with, speaking with, trying to influence table staff, judges, or anyone other than the director. The fencers are allowed to speak with the director directly and ask them for clarifications on points calls, or to address any concerns they have with perhaps an incorrect scoreboard being displayed, or any other concerns. Of course, the fencers are expected to still be respectful and not try to advocate for their own points, but instead ask for clarification on why certain things were called certain ways. Fencers can also decline points without any sort of penalty. Other potential cardable offenses are unsafe behavior, such as continuing after the hold, excessive force, or exposing invalid targets, specifically like your back or back of head. I'll have Owen here demonstrate the difference between exposing and not exposing back of head. If Owen is going for a low target, such as my leg, and he bends over when doing so, this would be exposing the back of his head. This makes it so that if I am trying to strike him at the same time, the only target I can hit is an invalid one. So Owen is doing something unsafe here. This would be something that we should card, at least with a white card, or possibly a yellow card, depending on the director's discretion and previous cards. If Owen also exposes his back during a strike, whether by spinning or by just profiling himself unnecessarily so that the only thing I can strike is his back, then he is exposing an invalid target and should be carded for that behavior. If Owen wants to strike low safely, he can do so by remaining upright during the strike, so that if I hit him in the head, it is just on the top of the head, not the back of it. Other invalid targets include the feet. You don't see this hit very often, but obviously sticking your foot out in front of your opponent is a good way to get it hit, so that would be exposing an invalid target. And finally, forbidden attacks, such as attacks with disallowed grappling techniques, including joint manipulation or hitting with the cross guard, buckler punches, kicks, things of that nature. If you have any additional questions about what attacks are allowed, disallowed, we have a full list in the rules, and you can also ask us for clarification.